Greetings from northern Iowa. Yes, as you notice, my office looks a little different this morning, but it's still me. We are here in a little town called Garner, Iowa, where I served as interim pastor in 2008 to 2010, and I had the honor and the privilege of officiating at the wedding of one of my high school girls when I was the interim pastor here. So we've had a delightful weekend with God's people here and enjoyed um, the opportunity to participate in this lady's wedding. In a lot of ways, it's exciting for me to be able to talk to you about the dynamics of culture in congregational ministry here in Garner, because here was my first encounter with a church that had a history that was more than 50 years old. Garner Church is an old German church with a history going back 150 years. So that was a cultural adjustment for me as I serve the Lord here. That is a great reminder that no two churches are the same, and we need to understand the culture of the church if we are going to be effective in our ministry. That video this week is Cultural Exegesis number 2, which I think you will find very stimulating, and the article of Decade of Change 2000 2010. I think that part of the interesting aspect of that article is this: as you read it, you will say, but since that time, all of this has changed. And that's very accurate. So that's good. And of course, this week is when you gather 4 to 7 people from your congregation. Remember, they are to be diverse. Members of the church, differing periods of time, men and women, age differences, just so you get a perspective. And the concern I have of that is that you don't just gravitate to your own friends and family for this interview, but that you get diverse perspectives. And as you ask questions quite similar to what you asked your pastor this past week, you get perspectives that enlarge your understanding. And of course, we're leading to week 8, where you will express your own perspectives. So, yeah, it's going to be a good opportunity for you as you interact with God's people in your church. Discussion board is that comparison contrast between the pastoral perspective and the congregational perspective. And that will be very good for you to think through. Ideally, shall we say, they ought to be very close, but sometimes the differences are very, very enlightening. So, I trust that you had a great weekend with God's people and worshiping our Lord Jesus Christ. And remind you, wow, week 7 is already here. Today, the possibility of you doing evaluation of the course and of my teaching begins. I encourage you to take some time to complete that. It is so important because we at Moody Distance Learning are committed to high quality, best practices education. And so you have that dual aspect of evaluation of the course and evaluation of my teaching, and both are so important for us to continue to maintain that quality. Please give your perspectives. God bless you.